Alright, everybody. Welcome back to Praetor Gaming. It's Friday, and you guys all know what we do on Fridays. We play some Commander, and by we, I mean all these weirdos that joined me today. Oh, see, look, I said one thing, and Roundtable's like, no, I'm out of here. He's not having this shit. Nope, he's back. Never mind, stop talking about him.
No, you're fine. I couldn't see your camera, so
Oh, gotcha. Well, either way, we're going to be doing what we always do. We're going to be playing a little bit of Commander. Have somebody new, have somebody that we don't see all the time, so that's pretty cool, right? Yeah. We will get to introductions in 1 second, go around the table, everybody can kind of say hi and then talk about what they're playing, but of course, before we get into the game, gotta remind everybody that we have our affiliates out there who are inkgaming.com and TCG Player, so if you are looking to get a custom play mat, dice bags, mouse pads, anything for your like accessories for your gaming experience, you use the affiliate link that's in the video description down below. That's inkgaming.com/PraetorMagic. Help support us and what we do. If you are talking about or thinking about getting singles or bulk like cards for Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, anything, make sure you use our TCG Player affiliate link, which is also in the video description below, because again, helps us out. And that's all we have for that. So, like I said, we have a couple of new people. Well, we have a new person and somebody returning who hasn't been around for a little while, but we'll start off with the new person. So, Dez.
Hey, I'm playing Kepis today. I kind of went on a theme. I didn't know like the power level of everyone, so I kind of went with like a weird medium-ish build, but it's a Kepis, so there's legendary stuff in it, but nothing too broken in a sense. There's no like real combos like some Kepis builds out there. It's more of just a fun theme.
Didn't go broken. I don't know if I believe it. I'm just kidding. For those of you who do recognize Dez's name or voice, it might be from the 3DH games. He plays those on Thursday sometimes, and he's joining us for some regular non-budget Commander this time. But the person who we haven't seen for a little while is Valdor. So Valdor, hello, you're back.
What's going on? I've got a free moment. Work isn't absolutely killing me, and yeah, it's good to be back.
I don't believe it. Either of those two parts.
I mean,
See, look, Danny agreed.
wow, damn.
She knew. I'm not messing around.
So yeah, I'm playing a partner pair of Kamal, Heart of Krosa, and Akroma, Vision of Ixidor. I know most builds online have been just pretty much keyword soup and have green added for whatever reason. But I'm actually going kind of land animation, less of a landfall deck because I already have an Omnath, but just trying to animate my lands and turn them sideways for mana and attack.
Actually, I do like this because, like, Kamal, when he animates lands, they get a whole bunch of keywords, and then he gives a keyword with his triggered ability, and so that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. Like, he gives, by himself, 3 keywords to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well,
yeah.
3 to the lands, yeah.
4. Because he gives trample during his combat trigger, then indestructible, vigilance, and haste.
Plus he gives, them +3/+3 on his own. So
if
then
I have both commanders, my lands are attacking for like 9/9s each.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I mean, like, it's fair too, right? Because you have an 8-drop commander and a 7-drop commander, so
yeah, it's
not like you're like doing anything absurdly unbalanced. Alright. I'm sorry? Oh, okay. Well, and then Roundtable, you're always here. We don't need to introduce you. We already know what you're doing. We already know what you're playing.
Yeah, we already know my son is here, but this time he's brought a different girl on a date. This time he's got Rayhan with him.
Our sons are not allowed to date.
wow,
This one is.
I like that. I like the tag team.
My little zero mana football.
Oh my goodness, that was perfect. All right, so you're who's did you say who the other commander was this time?
Yeah, Rayhan, last of the Abzan, the second Rayhan.
Yeah.
That's my fun piece of trivia. Rayhan is a name they used on flavor text for a Samite healer.
Oh, okay.
People coming here
Yeah,
with
this is slower, more juntacular, but it's still +1/+1 counters with Rograk.
Okay. I like Rayhan because I think I have Rayhan actually in my deck, but I do like what Rayhan does and things that it enables, and Jund and +1/+1 counters are they're not strangers anyway. Alright, cool. Alright, you guys have seen me play pretty much all my decks, so none of them should really be a surprise. I am playing my Tie-Em deck, so there's a lot of Abzan flying around this table. Everybody has a little bit of white or green, and or black.
No blue, really.
I know there is no blue.
it's all green. Everyone's playing green.
Yeah.
Green
Almost
is
everybody's playing white. Roundtable's the only one missing. So this should be interesting.
I can switch back to Kellett.
No, you're fine. Just this deck, you guys have kind of seen it before. It does have an infinite combo finish in it, but it's like a 5-card thing that I have to kind of like assemble everything, and then a lot of the combo pieces are very obvious, so people know to look out for them. Huh?
Inexcusable.
No, well, what are you gonna do? But, all right, well, we've already randomized. My hand's good. So if everybody else is ready, Dez can start us off since he lucked out in the first player spot.
Oh, cool. All right. I'll just play this Bloodstained Mire and pass.
Oh, I don't trust it.
Ooh, that was a good draw.
I promise I don't have those on my deck.
All right. That was a really good draw. We're in a forest. Exploration.
Was the forest your draw?
No. The exploration was.
Yeah.
And here we go, Cross and Verge. We're gonna pass turn.
I'm just gonna take time and practice.
Okay, that's we're gonna cast Rograk.
Always got to do it in that order, huh?
Yeah. And then we're gonna play a Balaged Sanctuary.
Okay. This is the Balaged Recovery on one side.
Yes, sir. Sure is.
I'll get Temple Garden.
I still haven't pulled any of those flip lands in a deck yet.
Oh, the red rare one, Valakut Awakening, has to go in like every red deck ever.
Oh, I mean, all right, I've played that, but I've never played it for the land side.
Oh,
How many
gotcha.
cards do you go down for the cut?
No, just cut. We trust it.
Okay.
We can see it. Is that it,
All right.
round table?
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm gonna
Yeah,
draw
round table.
this card. That's a good card. I'm going to Godless Shrine and shock myself so that I can play out the Ozolith. Turn 1. Don't worry about it. No big deal.
That's pretty good.
It's all right. And then I will pass.
Yeah, when Rograk got played first, I thought there was gonna be some like little shenanigans.
I will play Scrubland.
Scrubland.
Oh, there's some shenanigans.
And
No, my Rograks are there.
I'm gonna play the Commander All-Star of Baku Altered.
Who's what now?
Whenever I cast a spirit or arcane spell, I'm gonna put a key counter on it. I can pay 2 and tap it, remove a key counter from it, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token into play. That's it.
Interesting.
Sorry, what was it called again?
Baku Alter.
Here, I'll.
Damn. All right. Untap, draw. Ooh, I don't know which one I want to do first. We're gonna play Forest.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do a Rampant Growth.
Of course you
Play
are.
the Sun Pillar Grove. I'll play Sun Pillar Grove and pass. As I search for a forest.
We're going with a small and Incubation Druid.
Ooh.
and then we will send a message at Dez because that Baku altar is scary.
Oh, I thought it was going to be because he played a scrubland, but you know.
I'll accept either of those. I have no blocks.
Take your
Okay,
zero
take 0,
damage.
and,
I'll take my 0 first strike damage, go to regular combat damage.
It's commander also.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep,
let
yep.
me mark that down.
Alright, then you're good?
yeah, I'm good.
Alright, I will untap, draw this card, play a Swamp myself, snow covered, which actually doesn't matter. You actually don't have to worry about that. I just like snow covered lands. But I will then play a Cruel Celebrant, which is one of my aristocrat type things. And that's it for me. I'll pass.
Alright. I will play this Lonely Forest.
And pass the turn.
Nah, I'll play Kethis.
Okay.
So I can block your Rograk. I think.
He's got Menace.
Oh, never mind. We'll also cast him.
Just got played, sir.
And I'll pass.
Alright, untap.
Get dunked on.
By the
man.
0-1.
It's also
No. I'm sorry.
It wasn't what it was.
we're gonna play an Inkmoth Nexus.
Whoa.
And then we're just gonna harmonize. That's all. Are we good with that? We're good. We're good.
Yeah, no one's playing blue. You're good.
Yes. I'll play up Plains as my second lane for turn. I'll go ahead and pass.
We're all noting the Inkmoth Nexus, right?
I'm noting that he has 7 mana.
Well, I mean, when you ramp
It's
10 million times.
Come on, Rograk.
Yeah, why isn't somebody dead already? It's turn like 5.
Turn 3.
I know. And you have 7 mana, so we should be even more concerned, is what you're telling
Looking at
me.
your board, Baldor, it seems like it's turn 5, turn
Right?
10.
Oh god, this is sometimes why I like playing
Yeah,
all
Overgrown Tomb tapped. Pay 3 to cast Rayhan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna be done.
You taking your 2 from the Overgrown too?
No, I put it in play.
Oh,
Yes, I can't play.
okay. Yep. Yep. Alright, I will untap, draw. I'll play a Forest, tap everything for a Farhaven Elf. I will go find probably
now
another.
you can't get mad at me for ramping.
What are you talking about? I ramped 1 on turn 3. You ramped 10 on turn -5.
How's it even possible?
I don't know. How is it possible, you cheater? I am not going. You know what, Valdor? Go to combat. Swing for 1.
Yeah, I deserve it.
You. You know what you did. All right, I'm gonna finish shuffling, but Dez can go in the
I
meantime.
played green the way green was meant to be played, and I get punished.
Play Swamp.
There on my
What you mean,
target.
Dez?
Sorry, my life, Eldor.
To
Should've
block
been
any flying shenanigans and Rograk, I'm gonna cast He Who Hungers.
He who hungers.
I'm so hungry.
Who hungers?
He.
Oh God.
And Baku counter. I get a key counter.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to look up all of these cards.
Sacrifice
Oh,
a
here,
spirit.
I'll put
Target
it-
opponent reveals
yeah.
his or her hand. Choose a card from it. That player discards that card.
Okay.
Play this ability only anytime you can play a sorcery.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I just have to look up each one of the
Sorry,
database.
Seth, you forgot to say Soul Shift 4. No point for you.
Soul Shift 4.
Yeah, well.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Draw. All right. We're going to just do something fun.
That's terrifying.
7. We're going to do X equals 6 and Animus Awakening.
Hmm.
You love me in Animus Awakening.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have Spell Mastery.
You do.
Yeah, because all you've done is cast.
That 7 mana get an untapped planes.
That's fine. It's fine. I'm not salty.
It was still a ramp spell.
Oh,
I mean, it was a bad ram spell, but yeah, it was a ram spell.
Hey, he went in 7 cards deep.
All right, are you passing after that with your one? Okay.
I mean, it's all part of my plan.
It's all part of the plan.
All right. We're gonna play. Just so you know, it's called Valakut Stoneforge when you play the other side. I need red mana.
Wow. Jeez.
Not literally the turn, but I do need red mana to have it.
You can get it back later.
That's true.
We'll play a Renata called to the hunt.
That's every one of your creatures now enters with a counter.
Yeah.
Yes, and she is currently a 4/3. My devotion to bring is currently 4.
Not bad.
I mean,
He's
Yeah,
hungry.
We're gonna send a message to Seth for 0 and send Rayhan at Baldor.
I will not block.
I guess that's fine.
And then I will be done.
Okay.
And I'll stack my modal dual face lands to my foil modal dual face lands together like some sort of
Can we all agree though that actually that board's gonna get very crazy very fast over there for a round table?
Yeah. I'll just play my commander. Start getting stuff with vigilance counters. Yes. I'm going to actually not go to combat. As a sign of solidarity, and I'll pass. Solidarity. Not to be confused with Solidarity of Heroes, because I don't consider any of you heroes. I got him.
No.
You're up, Des.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. By the way, playing your lands up front.
I know, like a monster.
Oh my gosh, my uncle taught me how to play all the way back. He played all the way back in Alpha, so this is how I've learned. I've always played like this.
Mm-hmm.
You can be retaught. I learned magic.
You can be reconditioned.
I learned magic in Ice Age.
All right, I'm gonna cast a Talisman of Resilience.
Counter.
All right, show it to me. Or are we playing Mental Magic?
I'm tapped out. And not blue.
You're Force of Will.
I'm not blue.
I mean,
There is no blue. All our
can-
spells resolve this game.
you can have cash out.
Can't be too hard on him on Des there, because apparently he's not a Magic player. He's a Netrunner tournament champion.
I do love Netrunner a lot. Let me tell you. I'll pass though.
Tip, draw.
Baldor, you've got 5 million mana. Do something with it.
I guess I can.
You don't sound like you want to. You sound like you're being coerced into it.
I mean, I have stuff I want to do, but I'm scared because it's a little too early into the game.
Game's gotta end sometime. You could be the Phyrexian in this game. You could kill us all on turn 6.
No, I can't do that.
I mean, it's not turn 6, so I don't believe you yet.
I want to play Misbehaving.
I will become public enemy number 1 without even doing anything. Actually, I'll be doing stuff. I don't know, actually. You know what? I will just 3 visits.
That's not that scary.
While I'm in there, I'm gonna crack my Crow's Verge to get myself 3 lands, and that's it.
Crossing Verge gets 2?
2. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
before the blitz.
Why did I not know that? Maybe I'm thinking of a different card.
I'll pass. And Crow's Verge actually says a force and a playing card, so you know.
Yeah, you can get anything.
Hey, it's like I needed that red mana for a reason. I'm gonna Faithless Looting.
Oh yeah.
I'm jealous.
Throwing away lands. I see you.
Yeah. And this time it's not because I'm about to. Oh, spoilers. Never mind. I'm gonna play a Gyre Stage.
That's scary.
That is wrong number. There we go.
I was right.
My land for the turn. It'll be this Opal Palace. I assume that's going to do something later.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Does Opal Palace count the number of times you cast a commander or that commander?
It uses the verbiage "you've cast your commander," which I was told, I am not a judge, counts both partners as a collective.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With Commander's Insignia.
Yeah.
Because Commander's Insignia is Anthem equal to the number of times you've cast your commander.
Yeah, I don't disagree with it. I didn't know how the wording was, so I didn't know.
And I only have 3 cards in my hand. That's not enough.
Are we?
Time to wheel.
Is that Wheel of Fortune?
That is
Yeah,
wheel.
We have to write down a number.
I have an infinite token I can write on.
Can you read that for the class, please?
Okay, so each player will secretly choose a number 0 or greater, so you can choose 0. All players will reveal their numbers simultaneously, determine the highest and lowest. Wheel of Fortune will deal damage equal to the highest number to each player who chose that number. And then each player who did not choose the lowest number will discard their hand and draw 7. So you want to be in the middle, because if you're in the middle, you're all set.
Hold on, I can't find a pen that works. This is crap.
I'm being ballsy here.
So ballsy.
Why do you need pins, Seth? Don't have any infinite tokens in?
No, they were out of stock when I went to try to order some, and then they came back in stock, and I just haven't.
They were out when I did, but they had the pre-order option. So I was like, I'm not going to risk forgetting about it, and I just placed the order. And then one day they showed up, and I was like, dope.
Nice. All right, get ready to go.
Everybody,
Yep.
There's in their hands. Whoa.
0.
6.
Oh.
What?
So 2 people chose 0 and don't need new hands.
Yep.
I take a whopping 15 for my Colossal Greed.
All right, so I show everything I discard.
I would think so.
Yeah, Ez and I will wheel. Well, I mean, we're wheeling, so we discard our hand and draw 7. So.
Ooh, I see that. That what is that? Kamal's whatever. Druidic Vow.
Druidic Vow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get in there, buddy.
7. I probably should have asked how many cards were in people's hands, because I probably could have bid a lot less life if I had asked that question first.
Yeah,
I mean, I had 5, so.
I had 4.
Oh, okay. I mean, I might have gone a little bit lower, but you know, you get what you pay for. I am tapped out. Do I want to attack? It's probably the correct play to keep throwing commander damage at the people who have it. But can my other creatures keep throwing anywhere?
I mean,
He's
Yeah,
hungry.
you come at me with Rohan again, it's not living.
Is it leaves the battlefield or dies?
Leaves.
Dies.
Oh, is it dies?
Yeah.
Dies or put into the command zone.
Oh, dies or is, but which is now irrelevant text because it'll die. All right, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Kill it. Killer.
Ooh.
How does that?
You don't
Oh.
know
It'll still activate because even though it goes to the exile, then goes to the command zone. It's still considered going to the command zone.
Technically,
that
no,
new
because it's
Yeah,
going to the
no.
command zone from exile, and from exile it doesn't have power and toughness anymore.
Well, when it goes to get exiled, I immediately get the choice of exiling its command zone.
Yeah, it's a replacement effect still.
No, it's not. It still hits the graveyard.
Or the
Right.
exile zone, yeah.
It hits the graveyard and then goes to the command zone. But when you exile something, you get the choice to either let it regular exile or go exile to the command zone.
Judge.
Yes.
I mean, I don't care if we just let him have it. Like,
I
the
do.
card was originally written in such a way that it was kind of trying to deal with the rule, so the rule changed since then.
Oh,
Yeah, you
pass
still have the
exile.
option of putting it in the command zone. It's a replacement effect. If it's exiled, you have the option.
Yeah. Good. Either way, I passed it. Pass to exile.
Well, swords.
That's what I meant. First splash there. Wrong white card.
Oh man, the boy is angry.
They haven't errated it, so I'm guessing it would still work. Because again, it's made to get around the fact that commanders used to not trigger Dai's abilities, so I imagine it's the intent is for it to do that.
All right, Rayhan has successfully been passed. Now Rograk can start doing damage, which is what the deck is supposed to do.
Oh, you think so?
I'm helping you.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mind attacking into it. I'm like I want specifically to kill people with Rograk, so he needed to get counters on him somehow.
Alright.
I already played my land and everything, so I am done.
Oh, whoops. Gotta click on the right screen. Alright, I'll untap. Draw this card. Oh, it's a good card.
Hear the rumbling with its screens. I'm going to mute myself.
I am going to play a Read the Bones. Scry 2, draw 2, lose 2. So I will scry these two. I don't particularly want those two, so I'll put them on the bottom. I will then draw 2. Oh, those were good too. And I will lose 2. Whoops. I will lay down a Verdant Catacombs, and I will pass, and I'll get the land for the Verdant Catacombs while I'm while Dez is going. So go ahead, Dez.
Alrighty. Ooh. Let's command tower for another talisman of hierarchy.
He's ramping.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm ramping.
Says the ramp deck.
2, 4, 6, and legendaries. Cast 1 less is 7. I'm gonna play Ayobi, who split the heavens. Flying. Whenever I cast a Spirit or Arcane spell, I put a 3/3 white spirit creature token flying into play, and Baku Altar gets a second counter.
So the only thing I don't like so far about the deck is that I can't spell any of the cards you're playing.
I'll put it up here for you. Ayobi. Come on, folks.
There it is.
I will clarify. You may notice I took my counters off Rograk. I googled up the change to the rule. It has been split into if a commander is in a graveyard or exile and it was put in that zone since the last time state-based actions were checked, its owner may put it into the
Um,
They probably need to errata Rayhan then, because
Yeah,
again,
Rayhan.
like,
And then I'll pass.
Yeah, Rayhan doesn't work as intended now, which is very unfortunate.
yeah. with a very common like.
Yeah, like we all thought they just changed the graveyard clause so that death triggers would work, but for some reason they put graveyard and exile into the state-based check. Hand and library, however, are still replacement events.
All right, we're gonna do some stuff.
Either way, I was still attacking.
Yeah.
We're gonna 5 mana for Mirari's Wake.
Whoa.
We're gonna 5 mana for a Nature's Revolt. All lands are now 2/2 creatures.
All lands?
All lands are now 2/2 creatures.
So what is
I will.
Permanently or?
It's an enchantment. So.
And what is that again? Sorry.
Nature's Revolt.
Okay.
That means they can't tap for mana when they come into play.
Yes, they now have
Yeah,
summoning
buddy.
sickness. Well, they can't tap for anything. They have
No,
summoning
they're-
sickness.
Yeah. I think next turn.
Yeah, they
Well,
still
yeah.
count.
That's what I'm saying. I just mean like the turn they come down, like your fetch lands and everything are slowed.
Mhm. Let's return some favors. Let's go. Actually, how big is everything?
I have a 1/2, a 1/1, and a 3/3.
I have a 3/6 flyer, a 3/4, and a 3/2 flyer with Soul Shift 4.
And
Renata is currently a 4/3. My Gyre Sage is a 2/3. And then the Druid is a 0/2. And Rograk is, of course, a 0/1.
I don't want to lose my lands. I'll pass. I've worked hard for these lands. I don't want to lose them just yet.
Well, the choice on whether or not to have this inner tapped is really easy, considering it has something to so we'll play as Calming Ground.
I mean, figured everybody would want more creatures.
My lands now come in with vigilance counters because of Tyam.
Game. What is this game?
See, I'm helping you, Seth.
Apparently.
This is going to be the game where people remember that enchantment removal is very important.
Oh, whoa.
Season?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if spirits are well equipped to deal with enchantments and artifacts.
Well, they better learn.
And I have nothing else to do. So I will pass the turn.
You can only do so much in the plane of Kamigawa.
I will untap, draw this card. Not exactly a great card. Playing Evolving Wilds, which is a 2/2 creature that will get a vigilance counter. I can't crack it this turn, so whatever. I will then play for 3. I will play Alert Heedbonder. This is a 2/4 with vigilance, and at the beginning of my end step, I gain 1 life for each creature I control with vigilance. It does get a vigilance counter because of time, even though it doesn't matter. But it's there. For the sake of removing counters, it's there. I will move to my end step. Alert Heedbonder will trigger, and I will gain 2 life. And it'll be Dez's turn.
For the record, Dez,
Yeah?
spirits are good at destroying enchantments because they have Clean Ball.
I don't even know
I
what
just
that is.
haven't drawn it yet. We haven't learned it. I'm gonna play my sad Verdant Catacombs over there.
That's right, you sit there. You think about what you've done.
Let's keep...
Oh, yeah, you're good. You got Nico Ona.
I do have Nico Ona. I just have not drawn her yet.
Now you just gotta make yourself draw it.
I'm gonna cast this Patron of the Kitsune.
That is the wrong white spirit.
When a creature attacks, I may gain a life. I don't have to, but I can.
I have a
I will
choice.
get 3/3 spirit. Since Scar is dead from the Lion King, he will be my 3/3 spirit. And I'll get another counter on
Spoiler.
Bakual.
Too soon.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
definitely scared for the first person who decides to Wrath on this board.
And then I feel like I should be attacking.
You got 2 extra creatures, it looks like.
Oh man, these sleeves are so glossy. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Check.
We'll ask if we need to know.
All right. Well, just for the YouTubers.
If it becomes relevant, we'll ask.
One card on the left.
I will pass the turn. There, 3/3.
I'm gonna tap. Draw. Oh, that's not a good card. Alright. What we're gonna do,
Kinda like it.
we're gonna go ahead and play Come On.
Mm-hmm.
The next what we're gonna do, we're gonna tap that many. 6. We're gonna play an Orin Frostfang.
Ooh.
With the last extra mana, I'll activate Inkmoth Nexus. And I will go to combat.
So it's a flying death touch.
Flying, Infect, Trample.
It gains a death touch when it attacks.
No,
Well, yeah.
not Death Touch. Or yeah, that bit.
Yeah.
Also
But it-
Infect.
Yeah. Flying, infect, trample. So is it a 4/4 or 5/5?
It will be so it'll be a 2/2 from that.
Yeah.
And 3/3, and then it'll get +3/+3 once that resolves.
Well, but timestamps matter here. You then activated it, turning it into a 1/1. You've changed it.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
So it's a 5/5.
It's 5/5. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Um,
That's complicated.
But it gives it flying, I guess. You lose the power to gain flying.
Well, I mean, it gives it infect. That's the only way it
Yeah.
gets the infect.
so these are all my creatures currently.
Mm-hmm.
I will go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any flying round table?
Nope. I also don't have. That's relevant. Sadly, Renata was called to hunt boars, not birds.
I actually think that would be my only attack with just.
I will trigger Patron to Cocoon, and I will gain a life.
Legit,
So that's
legit.
5 flying infect, right?
Yes.
I will be taking 5 infect, barring other effects.
All right. Frostfang trigger. I'll draw a card.
You won't. It doesn't deal damage. It's poison counters.
No, I do damage in the form of poison counters.
Yeah.
I think he still draws from it. 'cause it's
Ah.
still-
I'd have to hold on a second. I gotta look
How
up a
many
card as
rules this
infect.
game?
I know. It's all your fault.
It says if it deals damage to a player, it deals damage in the form of poison counters.
That would mean it's a
And
replacement
it
effect,
deals
then, isn't it?
damage to creatures in the form of -1, -1.
Yeah.
It still, I think it still does the damage.
But his life total never changes.
Yeah.
This creature deals damage. Hold on. Does infect deal damage? Oh yeah. Yes, infect modifies the results of any damage dealt by a source with infect, but it is still damage, and if it is dealt during combat damage, it is combat damage. Okay, I guess you do draw a card.
Wow. Cool.
I don't fully understand that the wording, but that's not the first time Magic has had a rule that I just don't understand the wording on.
Magic is hard. I'll
Yeah.
play Forest, and I will pass turn.
Alright. So now Round Table has half his infect damage.
Yes.
I don't want to hear this shit.
He has half his daily dose of infect.
So actually, I will put this force over here to denote it has some sickness.
Oh,
Um,
should get ready. There's a message. They'll either call me or they'll tell me.
Oh, this is a disappointing follow-up. It's a dumb reason. But if I don't get rid of the infect, I just die. So I'm going to cast a Foe Razor Regents. And one enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter from Renata, which is 2 double season. But also when it ATBs, it can fight target creature I don't control.
I have a response to the casting.
Word.
We're gonna go ahead and tap for 4 mana. We're gonna crush Contraband.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and target. You know, hold on. Oh, ATBs at fights.
ETBs it fights, yes. And its base stats are a 4/5. It's going to punch your Nexus no matter what. The question will just be whether it has a single +1/+1 counter or 2.
Yeah.
That version, you're still getting just the one button.
Interesting.
I forgot my spirit tokens. I'll be right back.
I'm going to allow it to resolve. Actually, sorry.
Oh.
It doesn't exist.
We never saw that crush Contraband.
And I will stick with my intention. My intention is to fight the
Angel Nexus.
All right.
Don't forget to untap your 2 if you're not casting this.
Now
Okay.
I will crush Contraband. I'll actually target Nature's Revolt and
The artifact.
Oh.
and your Rada thing.
Ooh.
So is that an artifact or is that an enchantment?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, that never mind. Renata's enchantment.
Enchantment, yeah.
I'll target my Nature's Revolt and
You don't have to hit both. You can just hit one.
I know, but you know, value.
He's
Yeah.
debating how scared he is of this altar.
There's the altar, there's the Ozolith, and then there's a couple of mana rocks.
Oh, that is an Ozolith. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Ozolith over there.
Let's just do the Ozolith, might as well.
Okay.
They're exiled.
Mm-hmm.
Your fight trigger fizzles.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
I will. After combat, I will play my land for the turn, which is not summoning sick. It's not a creature.
I'm actually gonna crack my Evolving Wilds now that that's not a thing.
Hey.
Nice. And it'll be. Hang on.
I think I'm planes.
Oops.
Yeah, I'll be passing the turn. Renata doesn't want to die today.
Passing the whole turn, huh? Not part of the turn, but the whole turn. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm shuffling from the Evolving Wilds.
That was a problem.
Alright. I will untap. I will draw this card.
So I'm sorry. What happened? Did the Nexus didn't fight?
No, he crushed contrabanded his own enchantment and then my Ozolith. So your lands are no longer not lands.
I'd like to crush this verdant catacomb.
Alright, I will play a Marsh Flats. I will tap 4. Yeah, 4. To play a Luminous Broodmoth. Gonna enter with a Vigilance counter because of Tayam. And whenever a creature I control dies without flying, return to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it.
I'll get a Bayou.
Sounds good. I will move to my end step, gain 2 more from the alert heat bonder, and then it will be Dez's turn. And I'm gonna crack the marsh flats in the meantime to go grab something.
I will also like to cast on your end step, Grapple with the Past.
Okay.
I put the top 3 in my graveyard, then return a creature or land card from among them to my hand.
There we go.
So I'll mill these and get Sun Petal.
I'm just gonna get a Planeswalker Swamp.
I will untap. I will play said Sun Petal Grove. And I would like to exile Kuro and Kiyumaro first to stand for my graveyard for Kethis, so I can cast legendary spells.
Mm-hmm.
And the Kamal.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I'll cast it for X equals 9.
Vow time.
Is it good?
I can't do anything about it.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright.
How many did you hit?
I hit 3 lands, a Plains Polluted Delta, and a Misty Rainforest. Oh, that's my 3/3. This
Any
is
land or legendary. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And or legendary permanent cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Arashi, the Sky Asunder. I know this is a very good commander staple.
I've used it a few times.
And Kataki, War's Wage.
Ooh, would not.
And,
Would not like that.
these go into my graveyard. Obscuring Haze, Deadly Relic, Dial, and Satyr Wayfinder. The ones you...
Damn. All right.
So 9 mana. How many? You got what? 2 lands and then.
I got 3 lands, a 5 mana cost, and a 2 mana cost.
Yeah, it's worth.
So in all, not bad.
And you can do it again, technically, right? Because Druidic stays in your graveyard.
No, so the ruling on that is it only sees cards that are in the graveyard at the time that it's done.
Well, I mean,
So-
like in future turns. You didn't exile Druidic, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't exile what?
You don't have to exile the Druidic Vow, so it's there for future casting, like whether it's this turn or not. Yeah.
It's just now it's a new card in the graveyard, so I can't do it.
Yep. Yep.
I'm probably just gonna crack both of these. Down to 37.
We're all building up this stuff, and I don't like it.
I mean, if I had, a way to deal with it, I would.
Off of the Polluted Delta, I'll get this Godless Shrine into play tapped, and the Misty Rainforest, I'll just get a Forest.
All right.
Also, I don't know if anyone has any artifacts, but you have to pay 1 on your upkeep.
Nope.
I have 3,
Yeah,
so...
It just makes you have to tap your mana rocks to pay for your mana rocks.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just pay 2 for that. Yeah, I'm gonna pay 2 for that. Down 1 more. I'm gonna sacrifice Kataki to He Who Hungers.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to target... How many cards in everyone's hand?
1.
4.
5.
Whoever has 5, I'd like to look at your hand. Okay.
Sorry, I was talking and then I realized I was muted because it gets
Oh, no, you're fine.
Iridescent Horn Beetle, Invigorating Surge, and Inspiring Call.
I'll take that one.
Inspiring Call?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good choice.
And
Yes. She's got
I will end the turn.
All right, draw. Both these cards I don't want. Let's go 4, 6, 8. Let's go ahead and go Chroma. All right. So we're gonna activate Kamal. Animate that. Activate Kamal. Animate that. And we're gonna activate Kamal. Animate that.
Kamal only says lanes. You can only target your lanes, right? That Kamal?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's target lanes I control. So these are now 1/1 lands. With Vigilance, Haste, Indestructible.
2/2s, thankfully, but yes.
So what?
2/2s because of the Mirage Wake.
Yeah, 2/2s now. I'm going to declare to go to combat.
Mhm.
I have 2 combat triggers. I will stack it so that the Kamal will resolve first,
Mhm.
and then a Chroma. So now they have Trample to their mix.
So they all have
And-
4 keywords.
They will all have 4 keywords.
Is the
and
Ink
then
Moth
plus-
not one of the ones you animated?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, so that one has 5.
I activate it with Kamal, not by its own ability,
Oh,
and the Chroma doesn't check for
gotcha.
effect.
Oh,
So
I
now
thought the
they-
flying actually.
Yeah. So now they are 9/9s.
Mhm.
Actually, no. Attacking creatures, no. So they won't get for Death Touch because they have to be declared as attackers first. I will go to combat.
Mhm.
We're gonna go all at Dez.
All at me.
Wow.
9/9, Trample, Indestructible, Vigilance.
So the keywords they have are Vigilance, Haste, Indestructible, and Trample.
Yes.
That's 4.
Well, I will.
Yeah, 9.
It's just the lands that are attacking me.
Yes.
All right, I'll gain 3.
For 27 total.
27 total. 9 of it's probably going to be infect. I will put everything I have that has flying, so these 3.
And then, now that they've been declared, they have Death Touch. But
Yeah,
that doesn't count.
so 3/6, a 3/2, and a 3/3 flyer, all on the Ink Moth Nexus.
A 3 what? Sorry.
All 3 of these on the Ink Moth.
All right. So how much damage will it be total?
That they can suck up.
Yeah.
Well,
11.
it's Trample Death Touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I can
Okay,
only.
will only block 1 damage.
Yeah. So 3 total.
I think
Yeah,
it's just more looking to kill my Ink Moth.
Yeah,
No,
but I'm
I
just
just wanted to soak up as much as I could. From
Yeah.
it, in case you activated it.
Okay. Yeah.
well, I mean it's indestructible. You activated it with Kamal.
Yeah.
You can still do it as in combat. To make
No,
it
I know.
one-one.
I'm saying he was like he thought you were trying to kill it. You can't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I thought the attempt was.
Oh, okay,
No.
okay.
Yeah, I thought the attempt was to kill. I'm like, that. Okay, that's not gonna work.
I just wanted to soak up as much as if he does infect as much as I could because I don't know if he has any proliferate stuff
Yeah.
in there or not.
Well, so right now 6 is going over as the board states plus 18 from the other 2 lands.
Yeah.
So 24.
Yeah.
Well, 18 damage, 6 infect.
No, I will not. I will not activate infect.
Okay.
All right. So it's just 24.
Yep. And I draw 3 cards.
Yep.
I think I'm at 14.
Yeah.
And then all 3 of these die. Bye, Shadar.
Do they do anything when they die?
Soul Shift 4 for He Who Hungers, but I think I want Kataki in the grave.
What is Soul Shift?
I can
didn't
bring it back to my hand. 4 mana cost or less.
Okay. I
What
will
is Soul Shift?
play some lands for the turn. I'll play a Forest as my first land, and a Scavenger Grounds as my second land.
Mhm.
Then I will. I will. Yes. Do it like. Nah, let's do it like that. 5 mana.
Mm.
I will play a Nissa Vital Force. And I will minus it to bring a permanent from. I don't have a permanent in here. Never mind. I will plus it, and I will untap this land. It's 5/5 till end of turn. I'll pass. I don't have any permanents
Until your turn.
until the end of my turn. Yeah.
No, until the beginning of your next turn. So we can block.
Yeah. Snap.
Yeah, until your next turn.
This is only my 3rd time playing the deck, so I apologize.
That's
Some
fine.
Nissas are until end of turn, but this one is so that it can be used as a blocker.
I will pass turn.
All right. I guess we'll play a swamp.
For the record, that Nissa ults next turn, and it's basically a Tatiova emblem, minus the life gain.
I mean, I'll put it this way: if Roundtable has another way to get Wheel of Misfortune back, I'm paying like 20.
I'm just making sure the rest of the table knows.
No, it's good. It's good.
And he can technically... You have, what, 2 green sources up, so you can make 2 lands into creatures?
And one
Or
of
and give them flying?
1-ish.
how does he get the land flying?
Kamal?
Kamal doesn't get
Flying, not flying.
Oh. Oh, never mind. That's just Ink Moth. Never mind.
Unfortunately, he has a flying blocker in the form of a chroma. So
Yeah.
I won't be able to actually hit Nissa, but I have to attempt to. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cast an Iridescent Horn Beetle.
What does that do?
So at the beginning of my instep, I will create a 1/1 green insect token for each +1/+1 counter I put on creatures under my control this turn.
Mm.
It'll enter with 1 2/2. And then we are going to attempt to Invigorating Surge my foe Razor Regent, which will put a +1/+1 counter on it. Double 2 for doubling season. Then I will double the number of +1/+1 counters on that creature. So he ticks up to 4. Then the 4 doubles, but that's me adding
Or
4 counters, which
So
is
8.
actually counters.
yeah.
So
that makes him swole.
I would like to not get hit with everything next turn. I'm going to propose that little treaty.
To who?
Yes.
Have you been playing the same game I am?
We will attempt to force the block, and we will attack Nissa.
Trample or anything?
Unfortunately not. Just a 16, 17 flyer.
That's fine.
Okay. I have no other plays. I will pass the turn and make 12 insects, which double.
Well, in response to that trigger,
Okay.
I'm actually gonna K-grip the doubling season.
Okay, so just the 12.
Yeah.
I would like to. Oh, I can't respond to anything.
The trigger could still be on the stack from the thing after the K-grip resolves. Unless that's too late to do anything.
Oh, I just want to make a 1/1.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you do it after K-grip resolves.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll untap. I will draw this card. Play a forest.
Have you guessed my theme yet?
Nope.
Oh, no, I mean, I have no idea.
I have.
All right. If you haven't guessed it, that means you can't attack me. That's the rule.
Oh, okay. Darn.
I'm gonna tap 3 for Mana Gorger Hydra. Comes in with a
Mana
vigilance
Gorger.
counter.
Boy,
I
gets
wanted
big.
it.
Sometimes.
Ultimately, I decided to go with other cards.
Seth Loki is just assembling the combo and just like, hey guys, by the way, I win.
No, trust me. So far, none of these cards have anything to do with the combo. But I will go to my end step, gain my life from the alert, Heed Bonder, and pass.
End of your turn, Seth.
Yeah.
I'm going to crack the Scavenger Grounds.
Okay.
Exile all.
Exile all graveyards.
I will respond to that.
Haven't you done enough to me already?
I will.
Not only have I milled both my free commander spells, one of them was a fog, by the way.
Oh.
I'm gonna pay to activate Tayam, so I removed the vigilance counters from the 3 creatures that had them, and I will mill 3 cards, and then I'll get a permanent from them. That costs 3 or less.
Nice.
I'll take the Zulaport Cutthroat, which will enter with a vigilance counter, and then the other 2 things that you got extra were Sun Titan and a Plains. And it resolves.
I'm a sad boy.
I'm sorry.
It's alright.
No, you're not. There was 2 graveyard decks at this table. No, you're not.
Is it good for me to draw?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing.
All right.
I would definitely like to draw some of my draw spells.
Unfortunately, that Kamal's Druidic Vow is my big draw spell.
Oh.
You see what you do, Valdor.
So here's the thing. I can kill a Chroma,
Mm-hmm.
but he can just recast it next turn.
Can't attack anybody with it then.
That's
It
true.
doesn't have indestructible, right? The indestructible came from Kamal.
No, it's only.
That's for lands.
only my lands.
Okay.
She just has flying, first strike, vigilance, trample.
How big is she?
6/6.
Oh, she's such a big girl.
I like
She
it.
attacked 9/9 Death Touch flyer.
All right. So what you're telling me is I have 5 real mana this turn.
Only if you believe.
What is the rest of your mana for?
Arashi. It can deal X damage to target creature with flying.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. So as long as you don't attack me, I won't kill your Akroma. Because I didn't like it last turn.
Okay. That's a fair thing for you to say.
However, I'm gonna kill you, is what he's thinking.
I would like to cast this Jugan, the Rising Star.
I would
He's
like
just a pop star in training.
to get a counter for you casting spell.
Yep, I'm gonna get a counter on Baku Altar. And we're just gonna put him down here in the uh-oh zone.
Uh-oh zone.
Uh-oh for you.
I don't believe I played a land.
I don't remember hearing you play land.
So I'll play this Overgrown Tomb tap because I can't afford to take any more damage right now.
What are you talking about? You got 14. You can do that 7 times.
That is really fair, but I feel like Valdor will just animate 5 lands and I go, uh-oh, I go bye-bye, night-night, no pillow.
I mean, to be fair, you're not my concern right now. Not, the guy who hit me for a bunch and then Seth, you're still at 41. So I guess it's not a concern, really, but whatever.
Yeah, how scary really am I? I got a bunch of 1/1s and 1/2s.
I mean... I'm fine-ish. I'm just so afraid of that combat step. You have no idea, like, it is...
It's a beast.
The oh-no zone is what I'll, from now on, call my playfield.
It's the uh-oh zone.
Uh-oh zone, I'm sorry.
The uh-oh zone! Oh, I'm in it. I can cast a couple cards and still do nothing and have a board that doesn't do anything. So
but do you want to risk
might...
a Chroma coming at you? He said you weren't a threat after you had basically said, like, I could kill a Chroma. If you can kill a Chroma, but if you cast things and you can kill a Chroma, are you then?
Yeah, and then yeah, I'm gonna pause and just end the turn with 3 sad cards in my hand that cast like 5 mana.
I mean, you still have like 10 mana untapped, so...
I don't know.
I have just enough to kill a Chroma.
Yeah, 10 mana.
Oh, I have 8 mana, so I can deal 7 damage.
Okay, that's fair. Draw? That's not what I wanted. Command tower. Alright. We're gonna do things.
Stuffing things?
Yes. Activate Kamal, targeting Ikmoth.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go ahead and do that 4 more times if everyone's alright with it.
All on Inkmoth? Yes, I'm fine with that.
Oh, on Ikmoth, no. So these are now big ones.
Oh, the spirit is 1/1 that doesn't fly and it's colorless.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kamigawa, the land of spirits that don't fly.
Hey, a Yogi was making them fly.
We're gonna go to combat.
Lands are big now.
Same thing. Kamal triggers resolve first and a chroma.
Mhm.
All lands are big.
The Chroma trigger. Who are you going to be attacking?
I won't be sending. I mean, if it comes down to it, like I said, I think I'm not too hyped up on attacking you right now.
I think.
Yeah, you cut off my arm. I'm maimed.
Yeah.
I mean, do you really want him to have a Chroma? For, I mean, unless you're gonna do it on like my end step or something.
They'll gain indestructible. Oh yeah, that's fair. Maybe, I don't know. Don't say I'll do that because now he'll definitely kill me.
I mean, theoretically, like you'd be asking this question before combat normally.
Yeah, it's fine. The commentator resolves.
All right.
All right.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
All right. We're gonna do combat stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Seth has lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to go. Round table, like vigilance.
And they all have vigilance.
Yes. Do you have any flying round table?
I was wondering if you were just gonna activate the Inkmoth to give it flying and kill him, because my only flyer I stupidly attacked into the Nissa.
Whoop. Let's pull that back.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go round table, and we're gonna go. These at Seth,
Mm-hmm.
and just so Des isn't left out, he'll get a chroma.
Oh, you can leave me
Wow,
out.
after all that,
after
and you actually
this-
did
this
attack him with the
takes
Acroma.
All right, fine. I'll switch it off. Switch it around.
I'm glad that you invited me.
Chroma at Seth, and then this land at Des.
Like, I'm glad you invited me to the dinner, but I don't. I'm fine.
I switch it around.
So, are you activating the Ink Moth before blockers? Did you Kamal'd it?
Yeah, I did.
I will gain 6 from patron.
I will activate Ink Moth.
Okay, so round table's gonna die.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the only thing that has flying against me is the Acroma, but everything else has Death Touch and Trample. And it is 27 plus how much is Acroma?
6.
7 for the Mirari's Wake plus 4?
Yes.
So 11?
So 10.
11.
11. Glad
They
you
have
knew that.
flying?
No, the lands don't have flying.
Lands do not have flying.
Just the
Oh.
Ink Moth
Lands
Nexus.
have this.
I'm just going to make a spirit, and then it will die.
Alright.
I
And then I'll take how much? How much are they?
So
4?
you'll block 1 damage from that land.
Yeah.
It will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9.
9?
Yeah, so there are 1/1s, then 2 from the Miraris. Kamal gives them 3, so that's 5. And then a Chroma with all the keywords will give him another 4 to be 9.
All right, I'll go to 12.
So I will soak up 6, and I'll just block with all my non-flyers. I'll take the 11.
Alright.
So, are you doing anything before damage?
No.
Alright, so I'm gonna take 11 from a Chroma, which is commander damage, so hold on. Where are you?
I unfortunately am out of time.
11, so it was 27 minus 6, so 21, 11, 22, minus 41 is 13? No. 41 minus is 18. Okay. Then...
Over here giving people the boo-boos.
Alright,
Alright,
so
so
6 of my creatures are going to die. So I'm gonna
Yep.
ping you guys for 12, and I'm gonna gain 12. Everybody got that?
Wow. Yeah, I take 12.
And then these are all gonna come back onto the battlefield, and they're all gonna have a flying and a vigilance counter.
Oh, Broodmoth. Forgot about that. See? So,
So just these all have flying and vigilance together, and then I'm gonna go fetch a land, put it on the battlefield path.
Yep, I forgot about Broodmoth.
I mean, I'm the guy who let myself get distracted by the fact that Nissa could ultimate, and I was like, oh, we should probably get rid of Nissa, and then I got rid of my only way to stay alive.
Des, are
Alright.
you gaining life in some way?
I gained life from the attacks off of Patron of the Kitsune. So I
Are
gained
you
one
at
life
higher
from-
than 12 before damage?
I went up to 20 because there were 6 attacking, and then I went down by 8. So I'm at 12.
Okay, I'm dealing 12 with my aristocrats. I have 2 aristocrats and 6 creatures died.
Well,
And they're the each opponent kind, so I don't get to like try to save you any of the damage.
I will have Arashi deal 5 damage to Acroma, and then I will die.
Okay.
How much? You didn't block any of your Chroma, right?
No, I would have had to lose the Brood Mother, so I didn't.
All right. Second main.
Yep.
I had 6 to my mana pool to play
Okay.
This is
with.
my hand, by the way. Like,
Nice.
just a
Yeah.
big old 12, a big old 5, and a 2.
Alright, so you can put down 3 more lands this turn?
I haven't played. Yeah. No, because I also have exploration.
Oh, you didn't use that yet?
Nope. I just did my command tower 1 drop.
What's the...
So
How do I spell the green legendary? Azusa, right?
Azusa.
Well, Spelltable is lagging on the searching. Okay, there we go. Cool. Thanks.
I just drew 5 cards. So that means I'm going to play 1 land, 2 land, 3 land, 4 land.
Since this was a quick game, obviously, we're going to play another one.
I have players waiting for the other one. Actually, this has been over an hour and a half. What do you mean?
I'll
Quick
pass
game.
turn.
It just seemed quick because
You played 2 creatures, right?
It's very interactive, and we
Yeah.
And a Gorgia Hydra. Got 2 counters. Alright, I'm gonna play Spore Frog. Give Mana Gorgia Hydra another
Yep.
counter.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Do you have a sack outlet?
no, it sacrifices itself.
Yeah, I was wondering in general.
I do not have one yet, no.
Okay, cool.
I will move to combat and I will... Does a chroma happen every time?
Yes.
Like every combat?
At the beginning of each combat until end of turn, each other creature I control gets +1/+1 for
Okay.
stuff. And the Kamal's only my combat.
Okay. And is Inkmoth untapped?
Yes.
Okay. So you have potentially 2 flyers.
Yes.
Do any of your other lands have mana, like land
No
abilities?
activated abilities. Inkmoth is my only one with an activated ability.
Alright. I'm gonna go to combat. I'm going to send everything but Tyam at your face. They're all flying. The biggest one is a 4/4, and there's a 2/4, a 1/2, a 1/1, and a 1.
Alright. So everything but Spore Frog and Luminous and Time.
Yes.
And they all have flying.
And vigilance, yeah.
I will... You have 2 pingers out?
Yes, I have 2 aristocrats and they're 2 of the attackers.
Yep. I will block. How big's Mana Gorger?
4/4.
I'll block a Mana Gorger. Do you have cards in hand?
2.
2? Okay. I'll activate Inkmoth. I'm activating it via Kamal, obviously.
But that doesn't give it flying then, right?
Yeah, then I'm going to activate it himself.
Oh,
I just
okay,
wanted to
okay.
give it. Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So Mana Gorger and one of your aristocrats.
You have a preference?
Another.
It doesn't really matter. I just... It's a question that legally I have to ask you.
Yep, we'll go Celebrant.
Okay. So I'm gonna... That's blockers.
Yep.
I'm gonna respond to your blocker. I'm gonna activate Tyam. I'm gonna remove the flying counters from both of these, and the vigilance counter off of Cruel Celebrant. So I am going to mill 3, then get a permanent that costs 3 or less back. It'll be a Bygone Bishop. The other 2 were Skullwinder and Secure Tribuilder. We'll go to first strike damage, and your Chroma will kill the Hydra,
Yes.
correct? Alright, you'll take 2 and I'll gain 2, and then it'll come back with a flying counter because it doesn't have flying now.
That's pretty sweet.
So it now has flying and vigilance again, and then regular damage, you'll take 4, and then kill the Cruel Celebrant, you'll lose 2, gain 2, and he will come back.
Yep.
Okay?
That was actually pretty sweet.
All my things have vigilance count. I will go to my end step. I will gain 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because of the alert heat bonder, and go up to 43. And now it's your turn.
Well, alright then. I will play my 3 lands for turn, because for some reason I'm now drawing nothing but.
Okay.
God. Quick math time, if you just... Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I can Spore Frog you this turn, and then I can do that a couple more times.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. You got it. I literally just drew 7 lanes in a row these last couple of turns.
That is what you get.
Holy crap!
One lane.
I told you, Seth was gonna get stick
thing
back.
that happened to me.
Next to
Oh,
drop. GG, y'all.
GG.
that was. Oh, Lewis was coming back. My next 2 activations was Corpse Knight and Lewis, so that would have just kind of accelerated things. That terrified the crap out of me. I was like, I don't know how to win this right now because you guys just, like, you and Roundtable got started so fast, and then the friggin' Druidic Vow got dead. I was like, I'm so far behind.
I so far really love this deck from the few times I played it.
You guys are lucky that I didn't get to cast. What is it? Where are you?
I don't know. There was a lot about that game that I felt lucky for.
Yeah.
Primeval Glorious Rebirth. That would have been a nice one.
Oh yeah.
The Perverter.
I don't know what that is. Oh, never mind. I do know. I know.
It would have been sweet when you exiled my graveyard.
Oh man, that was an awesome game. Thank you guys.
That was a good one.
Yeah. No, like I said, overall, I am very satisfied with what my deck does. And yeah.
Maybe next time I'll play Miss Angie. Miss Angie Falconwrath.
Oh. Is it like the combo-y Angie, or is it like vampires or something?
It's kind of combo. I play all the Madness cards.
Well, like, is it the World Gorger thing? You just kind of combo till you get to the World Gorger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless that's too much.
I mean, it's like I said earlier, I don't mind combo decks as long as, like, once you have it, it's a quick explanation and we can kind of just go.
Oh, yeah.
Deterministic.
I'm not gonna stasis you and put you in a,
Like in a lock,
smothering.
yeah.
clock, yeah.
Yeah, no 4 horsemen, but yes, to just like Kurka and Ironwork, just explain the combo, done with,
Yeah. Once we can like say, all right, well, then that's a good game, then I'm good with it. Like, I just don't want people to have to like sit and watch. Like, even just there, like, it probably would have taken me 2 more turns to actually kill Valdor.
No, I recognized it though. It's like,
Oh no,
Yeah.
I always explain the loop and say how many I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I know. When we were doing the Oathbreaker thing, one of one of the RC guys that was on my stream was Josh, and at one point he had like a Deadeye Navigator with a whatchamacallit? Dockside Extortionist.
Yeah.
So, you know, we just kind of went over the combo really quick because like and then like his signature spell was I think Treasure Cruise, so just draw until he gets whatever it is that he's gonna win, and he's basically got infinite mana and blah 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 blah. So I was like, all right, I mean, let's make sure people understand how you do what you're doing, and then from there, like, it's good. But yeah, that was a good game. I appreciate everybody. Rograk did not just slaughter somebody. I'm shocked, actually.
Yeah, the hand didn't really pan out.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I think I actually think the whole Kelith thing I think is just so quick that it's like
It catches people off guard. It usually ends up getting like one person, and then people are like, "All right, let's take care of this problem."
I guess, but like it's hard. It can be hard to get in under that because it's turn 1 Rograk, turn 2 typically Kelith, and then Rograk's a 1/2, and then it just goes from there. So like I can only imagine like. Unless you then start, like, your meta then has to basically recognize that you're playing it and keep, like, 1 to 2 mana removal all the time.
Yeah.
So. Alright, guys. It was a good game. I'll talk to y'all later.